9 essays ago, this channel made one claim. A thought can be seen instead of been. That was the whole pitch. No incense, no chanting, nothing to convert to. A 4th century theory of mind, read slowly, by people whose minds run loudest at 2 in the morning. Everything since has been a variation on that one move. Tonight is the 10th essay, and the last of this series. It owes you 2 things. First, the whole structure assembled. For 9 episodes, we have walked this building 1 floor at a time. The replay, the renderings, the seeds, the storehouse, the witness, the exits that weren't. Tonight we walk it once, top to bottom, so you can see the architecture in a single pass. Second, an honest answer to the question that has been sitting underneath every episode, and that some of you have already asked: does understanding any of this actually change a mind? The honest answer is no, not on its own. And that answer is not a failure of the map. It is the map's final instruction, the one the other 9 essays existed to make legible. The old texts had a name for it, and it is the last term this series will teach you. We'll get there. First, the building. Start at the top floor, where the noise is. Episode 2. The replay. The conversation you relitigate at night is not running to fix anything. It is running to maintain a self, and the loop that runs it, the 7th consciousness the texts call manas, works full-time and never once announces itself. 1 floor down. Episode 3. What the replay replays is not footage. It is rendering. The mind does not show you the world. It shows you its drawing of the world, delivered with total confidence and no credentials. Below that, Episode 4. Every lap of the loop plants something. A worry rehearsed is a seed watered, and each rehearsal of the disaster waters the next one. The texts called it perfuming, and it happens whether or not you approved of the planting. Below that, the vault the seeds fall into. Episode 5. The 8th consciousness, Alaya Vijnana, the storehouse, which keeps everything, forgets nothing, and judges none of it. Then, Episode 6, the floor that changes the geometry of all the others. Every moment of mind already carries a seeing side. The witness is not something you build. It is something you stop drowning out. You were never only the weather. Then the 2 exits that turned out to be doors painted on a wall. Episode 7. You cannot analyze your way out, because analysis is the loop in a lab coat, and every lap has a bill. Episode 8. You cannot comfort your way out, because reassurance is also weather. A pleasanter storm is still a storm. And at the bottom of the stairwell, Episode 9. The engine. A craving for certainty in a world that has never once issued a guarantee. The mind demands a receipt before it will rest, and the world does not print receipts. That is the building. And beneath all of it, holding everything up, the base. Here is the part this channel owes you, and the part most channels in this space will not say, because it is bad for engagement. Understanding this essay changes an evening. It does not change a mind. You already know this, because you have lived it. You watched the episode about seeds, understood it completely, and worried that night anyway. You saw a rendering for what it was, felt the click of recognition, and the next morning the rendering ran again, unbothered by your insight. This is not because you understood it wrong. It is because insight and the storehouse trade in different currencies. The storehouse does not respond to insight. It responds to inventory. It does not ask what you realized. It asks what you planted and how many times. A single luminous evening of understanding is 1 seed. 10 years of nightly replay is a forest. The arithmetic is not on Insight's side, and no amount of understanding that sentence changes the arithmetic either. For an audience like this one, people who solve things by understanding them, this is the hardest sentence in the whole series because it closes the favorite exit. You can't read your way to a different mind. You can't watch your way there either. And yes, that includes this channel. A map of a mountain, studied nightly, moves you 0 feet up the mountain. Nobody resents the map for that. The map's job was to show you where the trail starts. Deflating, read one way. Practical, read the other. Because it means the question is no longer have I finally understood my mind, a question with no bottom. But what did I plant today? A question with an answer. Insight opens the door. Only repetition moves the house. The old texts did not leave this as an implication. They gave it a name, and it is the final term of this series. They called it Ashraya Paravritti, transformation at the base. Ashraya, the base, the support, the storehouse itself, the ground everything else grows from. Paravritti, a turning over, a revolution at that level. The claim, roughly, is this: lasting change does not happen at the level of thoughts, because thoughts are outputs. You do not fix a harvest by arguing with it. Change happens at the level of what gets planted, and it is carried out by the one who has stopped bending the weather long enough to do the planting. Not a better storm, a different climate. And climates aren't declared, they are grown. What does the planting look like? Not heroics. You have already been handed the tools, one per essay, most of them under a minute. The audit, the one word, the 2 sentences, the tally, the reset, the lap bill, the also weather label, the one uncheck. Notice what none of them do. None of them analyzes a worry's content, because the content was never the mechanism. Each of them plants the same seed, a seed of position, rather than a seed of storm. The seed that says, seen, not been, watched, not weathered, small on purpose. The storehouse has never cared about the size of a seed. Done once, they are gestures. Done daily, they stop being exercises about the map. They are the transformation in progress at the only speed it runs, slowly and compounding. The storehouse counts them the way it counted the laps, without comment, one at a time. And the same arithmetic that grew the forest can, given enough seasons, grow a different one. That is Ashraya Paravritti. That is what 9 essays were for. 2 things before the last practice. First, what this is not. This series is philosophy, a 1600-year-old theory of mind, read slowly. It is not therapy, and it was never a substitute for one. If your mind feels frightening rather than loud, if the weather has stopped feeling like weather and started feeling like the whole sky, then a real person, a professional, beats any video ever made, including all 10 of these. That is not a disclaimer bolted onto the end. It is part of the map. Second, where this goes next. Insight opens the door. Repetition moves the house. And repetition is a design problem, not a willpower problem. Nobody reorganizes a storehouse on enthusiasm. That is why the Storehouse app is being built. This map is a 30-day course, 1 short lesson, and 1 small practice a day, in order, at the pace the Storehouse actually runs. The 3-minute reset will be free forever. If you want a single email when it opens, 1 email, not a campaign, it's at storehousemind.com. No countdown, no urgency. The seeds don't hurry either. The last practice of this series is the smallest one. Choose one, any one, of the 9 practices, not the best one. Not the most impressive one, the one you will actually do. And do it every day for the next week. Smallness is the feature, not the compromise. A seed planted daily beats a garden planted annually, and the storehouse cannot tell a humble repetition from a grand one. It only counts. If you miss a day, nothing is owed. Guilt is also a lap. Begin again the next day, and the count continues. Report nothing to anyone. Post no streak. The storehouse keeps its own records, and it has never lost one. That is the arc, complete. 10 essays, 1 move, 1 building, and a name for what happens when the move is repeated at the base. The channel continues. New essays weekly, because the map has more rooms than one series could walk. But this particular building is yours now, top to base. Somewhere tonight, the replay will start again. It has a forest behind it. It will keep starting for a while yet. When it does, you know the move, and you know now what the move plants. Seen is enough.